Take another big sip of air in. And as you exhale, stay low and walk your hands all the way back into the center. Inhale to elongate the spine. And exhale, walk the hands down and forward. Maybe your forehead comes down to the floor, but as you reach the arms, press the sit bones back towards the ground. Feeling the lower back. Again, if your one foot is in front, that hip will probably feel a little bit more. Take another big inhale to lengthen and exhale to drop the head down towards the ground. Inhale, walk your hands back up towards your seat and reach your arms all the way up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down towards the heart center slowly. Okay. Then from here, if you were still seated on something, then take it out, move it to the side. We're going to get going in tabletop position. So slowly coming forward over onto your hands and your knees. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And we're starting off with a couple circles with the right leg. So first, think of lifting your right knee and pulling it in towards your right elbow. Then wing your right leg up and open towards the right. Draw a big circle back, and then the knee comes back in towards the chest. Inhale, wing the right knee open towards the right back, and exhale, knee towards elbow. One more time. Inhale, open your right leg up and back, squeeze the glutes. Exhale, knee between elbows. Last one. Inhale, open up towards the right. Exhale, squeeze knee towards the elbows, and then step the right foot forward to the outside of the right hand. So starting off nice and easy, stay on your fingertips here, and maybe just rock a little bit forward into the right knee. Take a breath and elongate the chest forward. Inhale. Exhale, move the hips back and step the right foot right back into your child's pose. Inhale, round forward, come into cat. And exhale, stick the butt back, glide the hips back to child's pose. Inhale, round forward to cat. Exhale, glide the hips back, child's pose. Last one, inhale, round forward into cat. And exhale, glide the hips back to child's pose. Inhale, round forward into cat this time. Change the spine, exhale for cow, and then drop the heart down in between the thumbs, chest, and chin. Untuck the toes, tops of the feet flat. Inhale, coming into your cobra. Exhale, move the hips right back, child's pose. Inhale, come back forward onto hands and knees. And extend your left knee up off the floor, pull it in towards your left elbow, and then wing the knee out to the left, back, and then back into between the elbows. So we wing open, inhale to the side and back. Exhale, knee in, open out towards the left, back and up. Exhale, knee towards elbows. One more time, open, almost like a Ferrari car door, and exhale. Pull the knee in towards the chest and step the foot to the outside of the left hand. Sink the hips forward. I like being on fingertips because this gives me a little bit more air away from the floor. Lifting the chin, you could move a little bit back and forth, starting nice and easy. Inhale, stretch the heart forward. And as you exhale, glide the hips back and step the left foot back into child's pose. Inhale, round forward, hands and knees. Exhale, glide it back. Inhale to round forward. Exhale, glide it back. One more time. Inhale, forward fast. Whew. And exhale, glide it back. Inhale, come forward, cat. Change the spine. Drop the chest and chin down towards the floor. Untuck the toes. Inhale, come into cobra. Exhale, hips to heels. Tuck your toes under. Child's pose. Inhale, round back forward. This time we lift the knees away from the ground and press the butt all the way up and back into downward facing dog. In your down dog, take your time, really stretching your sit bones up and back, maybe still a little bend in the knees. Think of lifting up a little bit through your armpits and then wrap your armpits around an imaginary ball, right? So shoulders are away from the ears. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, lift your head and slowly just walk the feet forward and up towards the top of the mat, taking your time to get there. Inhale, half lift. And as you exhale, folding down and forward, chest to thighs. Inhale, rise all the way up into standing. Take a big inhale. And exhale your hands to your heart. Inhale, reach your arms all the way back up, big breath. Exhale, fold forward and down, chest to thigh. Half lift, inhale, extend the chest. Exhale, step the right foot all the way back, bring the knee to the floor. Inhale, reach the arms up. So we're moving sun salutation C, but we're going through some different shapes. Exhale, bring your hands right back down to the floor. And now kick your left leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Bend your knee, open your hip. Inhale. Exhale, bring your left knee to your left elbow and then wing your left knee out like the Ferrari car door and then end back up in three-legged down dog. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, open up, big circle towards the back. Knee to elbow, move with your breath, open up to the side, all the way into three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, knee comes in towards elbow and step the foot forward in between the hands. Inhale, rise into a high lunge, maybe looking up in between the palms. Exhale, hands come down towards the floor and step the left foot back, downward dog. Lift your heels and roll all the way forward, high plank. Bring your knees down. Untuck your toes, move back, child's pose. Inhale to round forward. We're going to change the spine right away, chest and chin. Exhale, heart down, bum up. Drop the belly. Inhale, come into your cobra, lifting the chest, spreading the toes, feet stay on the floor. Exhale, move the hips back, tuck the toes, child's pose. Inhale, forward, hands and knees, then exhale back, downward facing dog. Stay in your down dog for a breath, really gripping the floor, lifting the sit bones towards the sky. Good. One more big inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, lift your right leg all the way up and back towards the sky. Exhale, right knee towards elbow and step the foot up towards the right thumb. Bring the left knee down and inhale, reach your arms up, low lunge pose. Exhale, fingers come to the floor and left foot steps up to meet the right. Inhale to a flat back. Find a variation that works for you, right? So maybe hands to shins. Exhale, folding forward, chest to thighs. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Squeeze the glutes, press the hands together. And exhale, hands to the heart. That on the other side, inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold forward, drop your skull. Inhale to a flat back. Try to gracefully peel your left foot off the floor. And with control, step it all the way to the back of your mat and lower your knee. Inhale, let earth energy gather up your spine so that you can lift your arms and maybe even gaze up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Lift your right foot, pull the heel to the butt, and then glide it up and back, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, right knee towards your right elbow. Think of opening the knee out and then back into three-legged down dog. Exhale, knee to elbow, big circle, open. Ooh, pretty tough. To the side, to the back, one more time. Knee to chest, open all the way out towards the back. Three-legged down dog. Exhale, knee to elbow, and step your foot forward. High lunge, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands come right back down to the floor and step back, downward facing. Inhale, lift your heels, high plank, knees down, untuck your toes, slowly glide back, child's pose. Inhale, round forward. Then elbow and chin, exhale, toenail floor, exhale down, tuck your toes, back to the heels. Inhale, forward, hands and knees, and then we lift all the way up and back, downward facing dog. Right, so we feel the stretch, the sit bones reaching all the way up and back. Drop the head, look down at the feet. We'll be here for 3, shoulders away from the ears. 2. And 1. Right foot stays down, left leg lifts up. Inhale, elongate out from the toes. Exhale, left foot forward, in between the hands. Right knee comes down. Inhale, pull up your pelvic floor, your belly to your spine, arms up, low lunge. Exhale, hands to the floor and step your right foot up to follow your left. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, folding forward. Now sit down deep into your knees and reach your arms up towards the sky. Inhale. Reach your arms back. Exhale. One more time, just like that. Inhale, bend your knees more. Reach your arms up higher. Inhale. Exhale, reach your arms back. This time, stand up on your left foot as you take your right knee up. Inhale. Okay, standing on one foot. Don't worry too much about what the arms are doing, but now draw 3 big circles out and back with your right leg. So inhale forward, open to the side, and all the way to the back. Let yourself calibrate, wobble, wiggle. Inhale, big circle, right leg comes all the way back. Square the hips and stretch the right leg to the back of the room. Reach your heart forward, inhale. Exhale, bend into your left knee, step your right foot back, high lunge. Inhale, arms reach up. Good. Exhale, hands to the floor. Left leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, left knee towards your right elbow. Spin your right inner heel down. And now don't think too much about this one. Think of going to the back of your mat. So you want to bend your right knee, squeeze your legs together, and now lift your right arm up towards the sky. So your right knee and your left knee hug together to touch. Right knee is bent, so you're reaching your hips back and you're not directly stacked over your left wrist. Right arm over your ear, inhale. Exhale, right hand comes back to the floor. Left knee towards left elbow, plank. Wing the leg open and step or not into your wild thing. Left arm comes over, inhale. Exhale, remember this is your way or my way. With or without your hand to the floor, lift your left knee up and slowly step your left foot forward to the top of your mat. So give yourself the time to get there slowly. Left arm comes up into a twist. Come up onto your right fingertips and now gaze up at your left hand. Stretch your chest forward and think of sticking your left butt cheek towards the right inner thigh. Inhale. Exhale, it helps if you look down, windmill into warrior 2. So the right heel spins to the floor and the arms circle open, Virabhadrasana B. Think of pressing your left knee out towards the left. Arms are reaching out towards the side and we're sinking low. Look over your left shoulder. Inhale, reach that left arm all the way up. Exhale into side angle, left elbow onto your left thigh. Right arm can reach overhead. Here already, if you want, you can bring your left fingertips down to the inside of your left foot and really press the knee out towards the left, right? So we're looking for that stretch on the left inner thigh. If you are open enough and you want to go for a bind, you can bring your hands around your lower back and gaze to the sky for 3. Big breath. 2. And 1. Slowly release the hands. Open the right arm back up. Inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down to the floor. Spin back up onto the right big toes. Think of hugging your left heel in towards your left butt cheek, but your knee still on your left elbow. Exhale, chaturanga. Step your left foot back, untuck the toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale back, downward facing dog. Now, if that little chaturanga didn't happen, or if the side planks or wild things aren't happening for you today, just know that you can skip them. You can stay in your down dogs. You can do chest and chins in whatever form you think you might need. Inhaling and exhale. Okay. Go to bend in your knees, gaze forward towards your hands, step or hop your feet up to the top of your mat. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. And bend your knees, sit down low and reach your arms up, Utkatasana, chair pose. Good. Exhale, reach your arms back. Again, sit down, reach your arms up, inhale, maybe a little arc in the upper back. Exhale, arms reach back, sit down low. Take your left knee with you, standing up onto your right foot. Inhale, balancing. Remember that your arms, they can do whatever they need to do, and then open your left knee to the left. Let it open all the way until you can square the hips and send it to the back of the room. Pull it back in, standing, pulling the knee to the chest, and opening it out to the left, right? So on this foot, it really tells me that my left hip is a probleemgeval. My left hip is very tight and always very grumpy. So this one really kind of tells me what's up. Okay, one more time. Open up to the left. Now, when you come all the way to the back, square your left hip down. Do whatever you need to do with your arms. Reach them back or to the side. Lift your chest, look forward. Inhale. Exhale, step your left foot to the back of the mat. High lunge, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. And we step the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Bend your knee, open your hip. Exhale, left knee towards right elbow. Spin your left inner heel down. Now think about first bending your left knee so you move back. Keep your knees together and then reach your left arm all the way over your ear. So it might feel a little bit different. You don't have to extend your right leg back yet, but you want to use the power of your inner thighs to squeeze them together. Inhale. Exhale, left hand comes back. Spin back to your left tippy toes. Then spin to the outer edge of your right foot and bend into your knees as you send your right foot behind you. Wild thing. Reach your right arm up over your ear. Right, if you know me at all, this is my favorite. Inhale, spin the chest up. Remember, you can bring your right hand back down or lift your right knee high. Remember, it helps if you look where you're going. And then step your right foot up to the top of the mat for 3, 2. Slowly land the right foot at the top of the mat on 1. So realign yourself if needed. Right arm comes up to the sky, left fingertips gazing up at the right hand. Staying here for a moment, squeeze your right hip back. Maybe make sure that your left upper thigh is really strong, so pull up your left kneecap. Exhale, look down and open warrior 2. So left arm back, right arm forward, spin your left heel to the floor, Virabhadrasana. Inhale, reverse your warrior, right arm up to the sky. Exhale, option 1, elbow to thigh, left arm up or over ear, or fingertips to the floor. Remember that when your fingertips come to the ground, you want this inner magnetism between the elbow and the right knee. So they're pressing in towards each other. And as you do, you want to scoop your right butt cheek back towards your left inner thigh. Inhale. Exhale, left hand comes down to the floor. Lift up onto your left toes. Make sure you have to set your right foot a little out to the right. If this doesn't happen, don't worry. Lift your right foot first. Bend your elbows first. And then step the right foot back. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale back. Downward facing dog. Yummy. Stay here, breathe here for 3, 2, and 1. Gazing forward at the hands. Okay, we're going through some frog jumps. So if you want to give a couple a go, great. If not, you're welcome to wait it out or just walk or step up to the top of the mat. Remember that with your frog jumps, you first load your spring, you press the floor away from your toes, and you try to squeeze your knees to your armpits and your heels to your butt. So gazing forward, maybe 1 hop, 2 hops, 3 hops, maybe balance on your hands, and eventually step the feet or jump the feet to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale, and exhale, fold all the way down and forward. Bend your knees, inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, reach your arms back and sit down. Lift your right knee up right away, inhale. right knee lift. Take one big circle, right leg all the way around to the back until you're in airplane pose, reaching the arms back behind you. Don't step, but bring your right knee back in, arms high to the sky. Inhale. Now cross your right ankle over your left thigh, stick your butt back and sit down. All right, so we're in figure 4, reaching your arms up. Think of really pressing your right heel down, or actually your ankle down into your left upper thigh. Now I'm gonna give the opportunity here for some of us to play. Your ankle can be in figure 4, right? Just like this. Or if you are more open, your ankle can be in half lotus, okay? You choose. We're not necessarily going into flying pigeon, but we're gonna get all the way down towards the floor. Maybe your hands can come down to the ground, to the mat, or to a blocks, yeah, okay. And then from here, coming on to your left tippy toes. So either your foot is in half lotus or your foot is in figure 4. And then you could try hot potato with the ground and see if you can let go and balance on your left foot. It's normal to be crazy wobbly here. Breathe for 3. Oh, I got a good one. 2 and 1. Bring your hands back down to the floor. And here we could choose. So I have something for you if you feel like playing. This one is half lotus bakasana, or you can just come into your variation of flying pigeon. So normal flying pigeon, I'll just turn so that you can see. Flying pigeon, the foot is in a nice 90-degree angle. You hook your elbows over your shin. You bring your hands to the floor, and maybe you can lean forward and then lift your left leg. For the half lotus variation, it is a little bit different. This one, we have the right foot high up into the left groin. The hands come down. The right shin bone comes down behind the right elbow, and left knee comes down behind the left elbow, right? So you have one shin bone and one knee. Maybe you can one-legged crow, basically, with your leg in half lotus. So if you want to try, I just did, you could try, give it a go, breathe. 3, maybe you need to try again. 2 and 1. Bring your foot back down. Slowly rise all the way back up to standing, your variation. Lift your right knee back up. Oh, my left leg is burning. Open your leg out to the back, all the way until your heart reaches forward. Inhale, and then step the right foot back. Exhale. Arms up, come into high lunge, big breath. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Ooh, left leg up and back, 3-legged downward facing dog. Air that left hip open, drop the skull. Inhale. And as you exhale, left knee, right elbow, spin to the right inside foot. Maybe this time you want to straighten your left leg over towards the right. You don't have to. Bending your right knee a little bit helps, but if you want to feel more, straighten the right leg also. Inhale. Exhale, slowly bring right hand back down to the floor. Spin to the nice edge of the right foot, wild thing on the other side. Left arm up, lift the hips. Inhale, breath. Exhale, step the left foot in your way, back up to the top of the mat. 2 for 3. Nice. 2 and 1. Inhale, come all the way up, warrior 2. Sitting down. Inhale, reverse warrior, left arm up. Exhale, left hand inside of your left foot, right hand around half bind or full bind, and you may guess it, we're gonna step into bird of paradise. Right foot could step up to the top of the mat, lifting the left knee, and lifting up as high as it'll go. So if your hamstrings are grumpy, or if you just don't wanna, you don't have to straighten the leg, but maybe you want to if you can. Remember to pick a point on the floor that isn't moving. For 3. If this isn't happening, you can also just hold the knee. No one watches you. 2 Good. And one. Now from here, release your left leg. Bring your foot to the inside of your right thigh. So we're in actual tree pose. Bring your hands to your heart and take a moment to ground. Big breaths for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly from here, release your left knee, pull it all the way up. Exhale, reach the leg back behind you, airplane pose, and then dive your chest down for standing splits. So I felt playful today. This is why all those crazy poses are in here. Maybe if you were last week, it felt very different. Today I'm full of energy. I'm excited. So just know that you can hop on my excitement train, or you can just ride your own choo-choo train and just wait it out in your standing splits. Maybe if you're feeling excitement train, you could try and do a couple of handstand hops. Hands come down to the floor. Let your left leg lower a little bit, load the spring off of your right foot and press the floor away, maybe lifting up. Don't worry so much about getting the legs together. You can stick with an L stand. Of course, if you have the ability to stick the legs, give it a go. Breathe. Maybe from here, step or jump back, chaturanga. Cobra or upward dog, big breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog, big breath out. We're gonna make our way right back up to the top of the mat. Inhale, step or jump forward, half lift. Exhale, fold it down. Bend your knees, inhale, Utkatasana, we'll get to the other side. Exhale, reach your arms back and fold forward. Lift your left knee, come and stand all the way up. Give it one circle, left knee open to the left, all the way back. Reaching the heart forward, flying. Right ankle calibrating, squeeze your right sit bone back to your left inner thigh. Inhale, rise. Left knee comes back into the chest. And then from here, you choose figure 4 in the beginning, just to get that hip a little bit more open. Right, and don't be fooled, even though we didn't, this is our first opening. Those movements that we did, opening the hips to the side and making those circles, they have made it so that there is a lot of blood and energy in the muscles of the glutes. So this should feel like a really nice, warm sensation in your hip. Now, if you want to come into half lotus, great. If this is not for you, keep the foot on the knee or above the knee. And then first come into your fold. So forward fold, bowing down over your right leg, dropping your head. Breathing deep for 3, 2, and 1. Lifting the happy face. From here, bending the knee, whether you're in half lotus or in figure 4, try and see if you can make your way into this crazy balancing seat on your foot. And maybe this is your good side, maybe not. Maybe you can bring your hands to your heart, but in this one, I need my hands to help me with my balance. For 3, if you fall, don't worry. 2, and 1. Bring your hands back forward and down. Lift your hips back up. Keep your foot either in half lotus or in your figure 4, right? So the options are flying pigeon, which is the one, the figure 4, the shin bone on both of your arms, or you try the Ardha Baddha Bakasana, the half lotus Bakasana. Your left knee shin comes to your left elbow, your right knee comes towards your right elbow, and you squeeze your right heel up towards your left butt. You breathe for 3. And maybe you don't do it, but maybe you do it. 2, big breath. And 1. Bring your right foot back down. Slowly from here, rise all the way up to standing, lifting your left knee up towards the sky. Big circle all the way around. Left leg extends back, heart open, and step your left foot to the back of your mat. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, hands to the floor. Right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Bend your knee, open your hip. Nice. Exhale, right knee, left elbow, spin to your left inner foot. Kick your right leg out to the left. Keep your left knee bent or straighten it, reaching your left arm over your ear. Breathe. Woo, for 3. Feels good. Just say it in your mind. 2. 1. Bring your left hand back down to the floor. Wild thing. Flip to the other side. Lift your chest up. Opening up the heart, reaching your right arm over your ear. 1 more big breath. Stepping the right foot all the way up to the top of the mat, your way, slow way, for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, warrior 2, left arm back, right arm forward. Into exalted warrior, right arm reaches up. Exhale, right fingertips down inside your right foot. Either stay here for a second or go for the bind. Right arm underneath your right thigh. Remember, if you don't bind, stick with what you can. For now, look up for a breath. Squeeze your right hip bone back underneath you. Inhale. Exhale, gaze down. And maybe wiggle, finagle, or big step. Left foot up to the top of your mat. Press down from the left foot to slowly rise and ride your right leg all the way up towards standing. Good. And like I said, you can stay right here or extend the leg towards straight. Know that you don't have to if you don't want to. Breathe for 3, 2, good job. And 1, slowly release. Bringing the right foot to the inside of your left upper thigh. And coming into tree, arms up or maybe over in front of the heart. Pick a variation that works. For 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands back to the heart slowly. Pull the right knee back up into the chest slowly. Draw a big circle with your right knee out towards the right until you're all the way back into airplane pose, balancing on that left foot. Lift the chest, inhale, and then start diving the chest down until you can bring your hands onto the floor. So wait it out a couple of breaths in your standing split, right? Or if you're anything like me, it doesn't look like a split, but it feels like one. Or bring your hands to the floor and give yourself a couple attempts, maybe at handstand. So breathing, right? Maybe you do a couple hops, maybe you're playing with some air time. And on your last one, you either just step or hop back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra, big breath in, chest forward, forward, forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Slowly come forward, high plank. Bring your knees down, slower than you may want to. Untuck your toes and take a second to sit back at your feet. So, put your hands up on your thighs. Close your eyes here for a moment. Walk your shoulders back and take a moment to sit and simmer in what we just did. All right, so we're breathing deep into all of the energy that's bubbling up. Connecting to all the sensations, even the smallest ones. Maybe you can feel the air travel over your top lip. Maybe it's a little moist. Maybe your living room temperature is now slightly cooler than your body's temperature. And maybe you can even feel your heartbeat in your pinky fingers. And there is a presence here. There is like a dropping in to all of the intensities without discrimination between the louder sensations or the softer ones. It's like a big play of music. And you listen to the orchestra or to the band, and it's composed out of many different instruments. And some instruments, if you're not paying attention, right, you won't even notice them. And some other instruments, like the drums or like the guitars or whatever, they are very loud. But if you tune in and maybe go all the way into the background, there could be a triangle or a violin very softly composed out of almost like a howling sound, so soft. And in order for the piece to be complete, the music piece to be complete, you need all the sounds, because if you would take some of them out, the music would fall apart. So feel into your system like that. Take another big breath in through your nose. Exhale, maybe literally let out a sound. Inhale. Last one. And allow your eyes to open if they were closed. Slowly come forward onto tabletop position, hands and knees. Extend your right leg back behind you. Bend your right knee, open up your hip. So this is from tabletop position. Exhale, bring your right knee forward towards your right elbow. And now keep your knee and your elbow connected, but move your shin bone forward at a 45 or 90 degree as much as you can. Don't bring the foot to the floor, and hold here for 3. Try to kick your shin bone forward. Don't let it touch the ground. 2. And on 1, you bring your shin bone down to the floor. Now, instead of regular pigeon, bring your right butt cheek down to the floor and sit up for a second. So you'll notice that your right shin bone is either at a 45 degree close towards your pubic bone or a little bit out in front of you, so that you have some space here. Look over your left shoulder so that you can see your left leg, and your left leg is out behind you towards the left, so that you have almost like this S shape in the legs here. Now, depending on how open you are, you can either decide to fold more or less over your right shin, or sorry, your right thigh, right? You come down over your elbows and you come down over your right thigh. Maybe you can lay your chest onto your thigh and your head on your knee. But the more you want to feel, the more you walk your hands towards the left, more or less over your shin, and eventually all the way over the foot. And maybe you can fold down there. Remember, the more you fall to the left, the more you'll feel. So maybe you need something in between. You're welcome to put a block underneath your forehead, right? And as much as you probably feel your right outer hip, like in any other pigeon, you'll probably also feel your left hip, a little bit the inner thigh or around the crease of the left hip. Folding, maybe you can drop the head. You can bring your head on the block if you needed. Try to sit back as much as you can. Right, the left sit bone for me is not on the ground, but I'm sure some people can get it to the floor. Relaxing the shoulders. And breathe. Let's take one more inhale, breathing into the sensations. And exhale, releasing all the breath out. Slowly from here, lift the head, walk the hands up. Okay, pull the right shin bone even closer in towards you. And then extend your left leg, right? So if you pull your right shin in closer, extend your left leg out and forward towards the left upper corner of your mat. So it's basically like you're in a half straddle, a half wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, lift the chest and the arms, and exhale, walk your hands down to the top of your mat, folding forward into the left hamstring and into the right hip. If you want to make this a side body stretch, you can walk your hands over towards the left into Janu Shirsasana, but if that doesn't feel good, then just keep the body folded forward. Dropping the head down, and maybe if you move your chin a little bit from side to side, you can again feel those big skeletal muscles, the scallions on the back of the neck. Slowly on your next inhale, lift the head up, walk the hands back to the middle, sit onto your right sit bone, swing your left leg all the way back, keep your heel quite close to your butt, and then come into a variation of pigeon in which you have your heel quite close in towards your groin. Okay, so it's not at a 45, not even at a 90, it's in even closer. Maybe come down onto your elbows. You can stay on your left elbow, reach the right hand around for your right foot. Twist up towards the sky. I like my back toes tucked under. If you prefer them flat, you can do that, of course. Okay, if you are bound, you can try to keep the bind. Come up onto the left elbow, maybe walk yourself up a little bit more. Okay, so you're bound and you're on your fingertips or on the block. Maybe you're gazing back over your right shoulder. Maybe bending the left knee without using the hand. Feeling that deep opening in the front of your left thigh. I like to play with flexing and pointing. Demi-point. Inhaling. Exhale, slowly release the right hand if you are bound to the toes. So bring the hand to the floor. Lift your right knee away from the ground and just step into your down dog here for a moment. Pedaling your feet a little bit up and down. Maybe even stretching one of the legs, the leg that needs it most, up and back behind you. And then we'll go to the other side, come forward, bring your knees down. Then slowly from here, bring your left leg up and back behind, bend the left knee, open the hip, right? So we're in a table, bend the knee, open the hip position. Exhale, big circle with the left knee around and forward towards your left elbow. Now keep the knee and the elbow together, but bring your shin bone forward, your foot forward, but don't let it come down to the ground. Keep it to hover for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then bring the shin bone down on 1. So the angle here is determined by the muscular power that you have around your hip joint. Bring your left sit bone down to the floor. Sit all the way back and let your right knee extend out to the right in a line with the hip. Both feet are flexed. You choose to either fold your body over your left leg, bowing the head in, or you walk your hands over closer towards your right foot and you fold down there. You choose your variation. There's no right or wrong here. Breathing into all the sensations, all the different instruments that are slowly playing your field of experience. And maybe you can actively go looking for the sounds that are a little softer, that are less obvious, right? The really obvious thing that you can focus on here is the tension in your hip. But what else is there? Where could you maybe release more effort? Five, four, three, two, and one. Slowly walk your hands up. Sit it all the way onto your left hip bone. Pull your left heel all the way in towards the pubic bone and slide the right leg out to the right and a little bit to the front. So you're in a straddle with your left leg in. You choose whether you want to fold forward into a one-legged wide forward fold, whatever you'd call this, or you make it into a Janu Shirsasana in which you walk your hands over your right leg and then fold down over your right thigh. Go for what feels necessary. And sometimes if you're not sure, you'll know when you get there. You think you need something, and then you get there and you're like, ooh, no. Then just go back or do something else that the body needs more. Inhale, slowly lifting the head up. Exhale, slowly walking the hands back up into the center. Now keep your left heel close in towards your sit bones. Walk your hands forward and swing your right leg back behind you. Coming back into pigeon, but this is the pigeon with your heel, your left heel close in towards your belly, your pubic bone. Slowly come down onto your elbows first. And squaring off the hips, sending the left hip back in space. Maybe staying on the right elbow, reaching the left hand around the lower back to grab a hold of the left foot. It's just the bind. Maybe you can do it. If you were bound, press your right hand down and maybe come up a little bit higher. Maybe look back over your left shoulder and bend into the right knee. Flexing or pointing the foot, feel where is the difference for you. 3, 2, and 1. Right, slowly let the right foot come down, releasing the left arm, bring the hand to the floor. Tuck the right toes, lift the hips, lift the right leg, or the left leg, step back into down dog. Maybe you want to go over some hip circles like we did in the very beginning, one leg or both in the direction of your choice. And then slowly from here, lifting the head and choosing to give it a little hop or to just step down onto the floor and onto your butt. So now that you're seated on your bum, come and lay all the way down onto the ground. Once you're down on the ground, pull your knees in towards your chest. We're massaging a little bit over your lower back from one side to another. Maybe rolling your hips, your legs around into space. And then from here, grabbing a hold of the knife edges of your feet or the corners of your ankles and coming into a variation of happy baby that works for you. Trying as much as you can to keep your lower back on the floor. The feet can be super wide. You can play with straightening the legs one at a time. And try to keep your upper back on the floor, your head on the floor, your hips on the floor. Inhale a little deeper than you think you can. And then hold your breath and inhale even more than you think you could. And then exhale. Slowly bring the heel down towards the bum. Release the feet. Knife edges of the feet come down onto the ground. And you can bring your hands wherever you need on your belly or on your chest. So here, think of this as the start of your Shavasana. And we've gone a little bit over time, but you know me, I have no idea what numbers mean. So I don't mind. We're going to be here for 5 minutes in Shavasana. You can decide to extend your legs as well. Come into a normal Shavasana if you need, or if you know that your Baddha Konasana is comfortable but just not so supported, then you can bring something underneath your thighs. Close your eyes. And we're going to leave a couple moments of silence before I end the class with you together. So let's take a starting breath in, a cleansing sigh to just drop into Shavasana, starting now. So just know that if you want to stay on the floor, you can stay on the floor a little longer if you like. If you feel like slowly, eventually making your way into a seat, and start with all of the little wiggles, movements. Maybe if you are still in butterfly, bring your knees together first. Roll and massage a little bit over your back. Know that you don't have to. You can stay on the floor if you like. Until eventually you maybe feel like rolling onto your side. Stretching up into a seat. So if you did come to a seat, and if you want to end this class together, we're bringing the hands together in front of the heart. You're welcome to open your camera so that we can all end together, but you don't have to. You can just stay as you are. Bowing the head in towards the hands and thanking yourself for taking this time out of your day, taking this time to play, right? Especially when times are heavier or more intense. Sometimes we just need to get off our butts, into our bodies, out of our heads. Really feeling into everything that was maybe asleep or afraid to come out to the surface. So I want to thank each and every one of you so much, so much. Thank you all for popping off, those of you who've opened. I want to thank you. This is so incredible for me. Much love. Namaste. Thank you all so much. Namaste, namaste. Awesome. All right. Little side note, you will receive a follow-up email, hopefully just one, with also the link to some of the videos that I have on my website. So wait for that. It'll be somewhere today. Yeah, thank you all so much. I'm going to end the meeting now, and I'd love to see you soon. Stay safe, be healthy. Au revoir.